everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be tackling the 5 biggest mistakes that you're making when you are negotiating with a narcissist. So let's get right into it. And if you are new here, welcome. And if you are coming on back, then welcome back. I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney. I've been recognized by U.S. News as one of the best lawyers in America. I'm also the USA Today bestselling author of the book, Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. And I am so glad that you are all here because we are all about empowering you to slay those bullies and become the best version of yourselves. So we're all today about taking back your power and making sure that you don't make mistakes when you are dealing with a narcissist in negotiations. It's a minefield. Don't worry, by the end of this video, you're going to have all the tools and tactics that you need to avoid the most common mistakes and come out on top. So mistake number 1 is underestimating, believe it or not, underestimating how manipulative they can be. So let me tell you, it's a big one because they will be those masters of deception, and they're going to come on back and make you think that they're being their super charmed self again. They're going to twist the truth. They're going to rewrite history and make you question your own reality. And if you let them, you might think that you're prepared. You might think that you are ready. You might think that, hey, it's not that bad. Maybe they're going to try this on the collaborative route. You might think that, why would they want to spend more money on this than they have to? All of the things. But let me tell you, you're going to be halfway up the river with no oars, and you're going to be wondering, how the hell did this happen? And I've seen it way more times than I would like to count. Americans spend up to 90% of their time indoors and take 20,000 breaths a day. Yet, according to the EPA, indoor air is actually more polluted than outdoor air. And in fact, 100 times more polluted than outdoor air. In fact, it's responsible for up to 7 million premature deaths annually. And I know for us, we have had issues with asthma. My daughter has struggled with asthma. And that's why we're so excited to find Air Doctor. Air Doctor has captured the attention of huge media outlets such as CNN, Money, ABC, and more. And it filters out 99.9% of dangerous contaminants and allergens such as pollen, pet dander, dust mites, and mold, and even bacteria and viruses. So your lungs don't have to do all of that extra work. So right now, Air Doctor also comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't love it, you just send it back for a refund minus shipping. So head to airdoctorpro.com and use the promo code YourBestLife. And depending on the model, you receive up to 39% off and up to $300 off. Exclusive to podcast customers, you'll also receive a 3-year warranty on any unit, which is an additional $84 value. Lock in this special offer by going to AIRDOCTORPRO.com and use the promo code YourBestLife. They don't just lie, they fabricate and elaborate narratives to suit their own agenda. And let me tell you, if they were liars during the relationship, they are way worse when it comes to the discard phase. They're not on your side. They start off by presenting themselves as reasonable, even charming, but it's all part of a ploy to lull you into a false sense of security. And once they have you where they want you, they create this chaos and confusion and contradictions and these manipulations designed to wear you down. You don't even know where the hell you are by the time you're in this fun house of craziness, okay? And it's not even fun. You don't even know what this scary haunted house looks like. Let me give you a couple of examples to illustrate this. So if you're in a business negotiation and you've spent several weeks hammering out the details of a contract. Everything seems all set until the day of signing. And all of a sudden, they just want this small change, and something that you thought was agreed upon all along. All of a sudden, they go, "Remember, we talked about this." You think it's some kind of minor adjustment, and I'm sure you're okay with it, right? And now you're just caught off guard, second guessing yourself, thinking, wait a minute, I didn't agree to that. What are you talking about? And then you feel pressured to keep this deal moving along because you're thinking, oh, it's just a minor adjustment. All right. But you're thinking, wait a minute, I don't remember actually doing this. And so the key here is documentation. First of all, if you have an agreement, get it in writing like right away. That's one of the lessons that you got to have immediately. And then the second thing is documentation, and lots of it. You need to keep detailed records of what's actually happening, because every conversation, every agreement, every email exchange, every little thing, when you're dealing with a narcissist, you got to treat every interaction like it could end up in court, because it probably will. And this means saving emails, saving text messages, taking notes during phone calls, following up with confirmation text, confirmation emails, making sure everything's in writing. They're going to try to gaslight you or change the narrative all the time. And you got to be ready to have that evidence to push back. And if you guys have seen this before, give me a totally in the comments, because I know you probably have. Making that transition between summer and fall is always a crazy thing. And that's why I love having a leather jacket, like my gorgeous one from Quince. And they have timeless and high quality items, which I love. And they don't blow my budget, which I also love. They have cashmere sweaters and washable silk tops. And everything is like 50 to 80% less than other brands, which I also love. They cut out the middleman. They pass the savings on to us, which is also amazing. It's safe and ethical, which I also love. I really love my brown leather jacket from them. It's super stylish and it's high quality. Just love that. So make switching seasons a breeze with Quince's high quality closet essentials. Go to quince.com/negotiate for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/negotiate to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/negotiate. I mean, if this has happened to you, I want to know all your stories. Put them in the comments. I'm sure you guys are about ready to jump through this screen, right? And go, oh my God, twisting the words, manipulating every situation in their favor. I'd love to hear your stories. And if you are dealing with this, please make sure to get my free Crush My Negotiation Prep Playbook. You can get that at winmynegotiation.com. Make sure you get that. The next thing is letting your emotions take control. If you let your emotions take control, this one is so easy to fall into, because narcissists are really good at pushing your buttons. They know exactly what to do that and get under your skin and make you lose your cool. And when you react emotionally, you give them exactly what you want, which is control. They thrive on chaos. They thrive on emotional volatility. And whether it's a snide remark or an unjust accusation or a personal attack, their goal is to knock you off your balance. And once you are emotionally charged, they easily steer the negotiations in their own favor, because they know that you're no longer thinking rationally or reasonably, and that you're reacting. If you have a child custody situation, they just casually mention how your career is negatively impacting your ability to be a good parent, and it's a low blow and it's meant to hurt you, and your instinct is to be on the defensive and react passionately to that. But by doing so, you risk losing your focus on the main issue and securing the best arrangement for your children. If it's a workplace scenario where you're negotiating a raise, it's a narcissistic boss who suddenly brings up a minor mistake that you might have made months ago, implying that it's a reflection of your overall performance. It's a calculated move to make you feel insecure and second guess your worth, hoping that you'll settle for less. So, how do you counter this? The key is to practice emotional detachment. This doesn't mean you don't care. It just means you're in control of how you respond. Remember, respond, don't react. Observe, don't absorb. Take time to stop, observe, and then state. I would say SOS, stop, observe, state. Take a deep breath, find time to center yourself, use mindfulness techniques, deep breathing, visualization, even a little meditation before you go in, clear your mind. During the negotiation, if you feel yourself getting emotional, take time to pause. It's okay to say, you know what, let me think about that for a moment. Let me take a beat. I want to take time to think about my response. Staying calm and collected keeps you in the driver's seat. And if you need to have additional support, make sure to join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. Number 3 is believing their false promises. This is your number 3 mistake. Narcissists will say whatever they need to get you to do what they want in the moment. What if you could just take a shot and lose all the weight you wanted to? I know for me, a few years ago, I was dealing with thyroid issues, menopause issues, autoimmune issues, all the things, and I gained a bunch of weight and I lost it all, but it took forever. And I wish that something like Robody had been around back then to help me lose the weight. But now you get the benefit of it because Robody is now around to help you lose weight. It's just one shot a week. And combined with a healthy lifestyle, you can lose 15 to 20% of your weight in a year on average and actually keep it off. They've helped more than 200,000 people so far, and they help you even with support, with getting the medication through your insurance and everything that you need so that you can actually lose the weight. That means that it's such a great opportunity for you now. So average weight loss is 15 to 20% in a year with a healthy lifestyle change, and BMI and other eligibility criteria apply. Go to ro.co/Rebecca. Sign up today and you'll pay just $99 a month for your first month and $145 a month after that. And medication costs are separate. That's ro.co/Rebecca. Remember, everything they do is a manipulation. Anything that they promise is going to disappear into thin air. They're just going to create this illusion of cooperation, and they'll promise to meet you halfway or make concessions or whatever. It's just a tactic to get you to lower your guard. Once you've given in and given what they want from you, they're going to find a way to back out of their commitments, but they're going to want to hold you to whatever you've given into. So you're going to have nothing left but regret. If it's a negotiation with a business partnership, the narcissist is going to promise to invest additional resources once the deal is finalized. It sounds great. You might agree to less favorable terms. It's like, oh, you're going to spend days thinking about it. I don't even want this deal, whatever, but I'm going to just do it because I want out of this, but I'm getting this other thing in return. And you're counting on these future contributions. And after the deal is done, that promised resource is gone, never materializes, and you're stuck holding the bag. The solution is never take a narcissist's promises at face value. Always get everything in writing and ensure that any agreements are legally binding, and make sure that you're actually going to be getting what you are bargaining for. Make sure that there's a way that you can enforce the agreement, that there's some teeth in there. If they promise something verbally, make sure that there's a way that you're going to be able to get that thing. You're going to be able to go to court and enforce that agreement. Mistake number 4 is failing to set firm boundaries. I mean, this should be the very first thing that you do. Put that invisible shield down around you and start getting yourself away from that negative energy, because they have no respect for your personal space, your time, your emotional well-being. And they see people as possessions and boundaries as challenges to overcome. And they're going to test you repeatedly to see how far they can go. And if you're not vigilant about yourself, your time, your energy, your soul, you're going to find yourself compromising yourself again and again. And they're going to keep coming for you as long as they possibly can and as much as they possibly can. And all the people around you, too. They're going to come at you in every single possible way because it's a form of supply for them. They're like crack addicts, right? So if you've set a boundary that all communication needs to be in writing to prevent all these different forms that they're supposed to come at you with, they're going to come at you in every different form that they want to. So you got to be able to say, you can't keep doing this, right? They're going to leave voicemails and try to catch you off guard in verbal conversations and try to manipulate the narrative. And if you don't reinforce your boundary by refusing to engage in these off-record communications, they're going to continue to try to exploit this weakness, right? And another example is in a personal relationship. If you set a boundary around spending time with your family, but the narcissist continues to demand that you spend more of your time guilt tripping you or accusing you of being selfish, and you cave in, they're going to take. They're just going to keep taking. They don't care. It's just going to leave you drained and feeling isolated. All right. So the solution is that you need to be the one to stand firm in your boundaries every single time they try to cross them, and just consistently say, I've explained that I'm only communicating via email. I'm not available outside of our agreed times. It's not enough just to set the boundaries. You need to be the one to maintain them with consistency and confidence. And remember, you're not unreasonable by setting boundaries. You're protecting your well-being. Your boundaries are bridges to your freedom. They're the ones that created the boundaries by their behavior. Just remember that this is for you. This is for you and to your freedom. And the fifth mistake finally is not preparing a strategic exit. This is so important when you're dealing with a narcissist. And there's a good chance that negotiations are going to break down at some point. And if you don't have a plan for how to exit the situation gracefully, you're going to end up on the losing side. And narcissists are unpredictable and often unreasonable. And despite your best efforts, negotiations are, there may be probably going to reach an impasse. And that's when you're going to have to develop your strategy and your leverage and all of that I teach you how to do. And continuing to engage is not going to be in your best interest. All right. And you've got to have a way to just go, you know what, not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to have this conversation anymore. We're just going to have to keep on keeping on. And I'll just move on to court or whatever it is that I need to do. But I'm not going to engage in this anymore. And that's okay. But you're not going to continue to feel stuck, frustrated, or no good options. You've got to have an exit plan. It means that you can walk away. What's your choke point? What's your walk away point? You got to have that ahead of time, by the way. You got to know ahead of time what that's going to be. And that's why I tell you, get my free Crush My Negotiation Prep Playbook. I teach you how to do that, all right, for free. Just prepare for this possibility. Don't feel pressured. Do this ahead of time, whether it's a business deal, whether it's a divorce, whatever it is. Don't allow yourself to feel trapped. Ready for this ahead of time. Always have a plan B. Know your bottom line. Be prepared to walk away. And especially if it's not moving in your favor, have alternative options lined up, whether it's going to be a different business strategy, whether it's going to be a divorce strategy, squeezing them with leverage, whatever it is that you need to do. If you've ever had to walk away from a narcissist, I want to know all about it. Let me know in the comments, share your experiences. And if you found this video to be helpful, let me know, give it a like, give it a share. I want to know which one of these points you found to be the most interesting, which one maybe you fell prey to, which mistake you might have made in the past. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe here, hit that bell. Shopify helps millions sell billions around the world through their digital courses. through their digital products at the touch of a button on their smartphones, on social media, however they want, including me at shop.rebeccazung.com. You can access your store from all over the world, just the touch of a button from your smartphones. Start accepting payments. Everything you need to sell online, manage orders, and develop relationships in one place and look fabulous doing it. Shopify is the commerce platform that is revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide, including my own, at shop.rebeccazung.com. So right now, what you need to do is sign up for a $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/bestlife, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/bestlife to take your retail business to the next level today. Shopify.com/bestlife. The next video that I want you to watch is how to properly negotiate with narcissists, featuring my interview with Dr. Ramani. And before you go, remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. And I'll see you in that next video.